Hello everyone, it's Mike Levin, SEO, and I'm out walking Cecil, and it's October 24th, 2014, Friday, and this morning everybody is talking about Ebola in New York City. First case, Dr. Craig Spencer, currently in Bellevue, but I'll be talking about the next stage of my free and open source GitHub project called Pipulate. And now that all the core functionality is done, or I should say the most core functionality is done, question mark replacement on either Google Spreadsheets or a CSV file, and offering the CSV file back for download and having it run on almost anything, including Windows at this point, I'm ready to move on to some of the other possible candidate directions. And the directions I can go are actually quite diverse. Some of the possibilities include teaching it to crawl websites, teaching it to capture tweets based on hashtags or usernames. There's so many directions to go, but I think I'm going to go based on my observation of my Flying Point team over the past, well, it's almost a month. I started October 1st. It's October 24th. Wow, time flies at Flying Point. Great place to work, loving it, but I gotta produce on this technical stuff, and I'm essentially replacing my old system, Tiger, with a new system, Pipulate. And based on what I've seen so far, I think my logical next steps are trending, something that never made it into Tiger, probably adding a new row every time something is run that has some special indicator saying that this is a trending row, or yeah, a trending row. I got to come up with like the convention for it, because once question marks get replaced, it's replaced. So maybe I'll put a question mark in the column header next to the function name, and start to use regex-like strange conventions where tokens out of place mean something. In fact, everything uses that approach. When a token's out of place, it means something different. Python uses that. So I think I'll use that too. But it means these videos are even all the more important, because this is the genesis of those decisions and the first round of documentation on how it works. So trending for sure, maybe even today. And then the other thing is making it so that you don't have to write new functions every time you want to expand the system, particularly for screen scraping. You can screen scrape using XPath or JSON addresses or regular expressions, and you really shouldn't have to write a Python function every time you have a new scraping pattern. And I had a wonderful system in the old thing called Easy Scrape, but it was a late addition and something of an Easter egg. If people didn't know about it specifically beforehand, they couldn't use it. And I want to sort of, it's so useful, I want to sort of tweak it up to the surface so people are exposed to at least one copy and paste example of each type of screen scrape function. An XPath one, a JSON one, and a regular expression one. And really encourage its use like that. That could become like the whole, main draw of the system. Combining that with trending, suddenly you can grab your YouTube likes on a video, combine that with scheduling, and you just let it go. And the next time you check it, you have a line entry for each day that it ran, and you can trace the growth of a video. So that is my goal today. At minimum, the screen scraping exposure, I think that's really important. How to tweak that up to the surface so people can appreciate it and use it. And then after that is trending, and then after that is scheduling. Oh, and there's also the possibility that all of today just even goes into user interface issues, like tying it to a bookmarklet, which has to occur, and maybe a panel, a pop-out panel. It seems that HTML5 offers some panels that are not iframes, that don't have same origin and cross-domain scripting defenses that live on totally separate pages in the DOM, just as if they were on separate tabs or separate windows, but they share the same screen. One is a pop-out panel to another, and that is my great hope for a new and improved user interface in the areas where I used an iframe on the last time I did a project like this. So anyway, that's the kind of videos you can expect today, and thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon, and don't forget to subscribe.